YouTube, I have checked out one Doug video, and it was one of his GTA ones. It was so freaking awesome and funny and kind of quirky and really creative. He is an incredible coder, and seeing the level of creativity he has was brilliant. So we're checking out a video today that one of my mods recommended me, and it's called Overwatch versus TF2 that I explained with food. I love food, and I love playing shooting games, so I'm excited to see what he does with it. But hey, before we get started, check out the original video linked in the description below. Go support that. And hey, while you're here, support me too. Hit that like button, subscribe button, leave a comment down below to feed the algorithm quads. And let's get into it.
I think Overwatch versus TF2 is like making dessert. Playing Overwatch is like you're baking a gourmet cake. There's six of you, you're in a kitchen together, and every chef has one specific cake ingredient that they're adding. The tank puts in the flour, then the
This motherfucker jumped straight in. My goodness! You gotta buckle your seatbelts, dudes! He's sprinting! I was ready for an intro or something, but he's like, no, it's cake. Understand? And we have components to this cake. Let's go.
DPSs add the sugar and the eggs and the oil. Then the supports add the baking soda and the chocolate that brings it all together. All 6 chefs here must work in combination to nail this recipe. And if they do, this cake will be one of the best you've ever eaten. That's Overwatch. Team Fortress 2 is like eating a candy bar. Candy bars just taste great on their own. Like, you don't need any other foods to make a Snickers taste good. But okay, let's say you're eating a Snickers and then you see 2 other guys eating TF2 candy bars. And so you say to them, hey, let's team up. Let's merge our candy bars into one super dish. And they're like, yeah! So you throw in your Snickers, and that guy throws in Dem M&Ms, and he throws in a Meta Cookie, and that guy adds Hershey's Weapons Guy, and then... it just tastes like a big chocolatey mess.
Oh, that is... Okay.
A Snickers by itself tastes like a big...
For Overwatch, I totally get the reference. I've played a bit of TF2 for fun, but then, like, the bots were just overrun with lobbies. This was back before the whole TF2 Rising thing happened, and they started, like, taking out a lot of bots and people trying to resurrect the game. I was playing it a few years before that, and it was, it was, like, I find it was really fun. If I just had to deal with, like, the whole bots and lobby situation, I feel like I would have enjoyed it so much more because of that. It's safe now. It's a miracle. Yeah, I haven't experienced it post it getting fixed.
Big chocolatey mess. So does Hershey syrup. Combining candy bars together doesn't make them taste any better. It's still just a pile of delicious chocolate.
God damn! God damn! Sorry, he took a bite out of it with his hands like, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Get the ambulance! Oh my god! I wish I did a blood sugar test right after this, just to see. Just to see.
Either way, that's TF2. So why are these games so different? Well, Overwatch characters are fundamentally designed to stay next to each other. If you want the protection from a tank's shield or to be healed by a support, you have to stand next to the tank or the support. It's just like the ingredients of a cake. They are designed to taste better when you mix them together. So if you're Junkrat, you're going to be more powerful by sticking with your team and utilizing their buffs. This is true of ultimates too. They are designed to be far more powerful when you coordinate them with your teammates.
That is so true. Yeah, I mean, the thing that I like about this in general, and listen, like, this video is probably as old, but the thing I like about the new wave of games coming out that are similar to Overwatch, like, there's also, like, Marvel Rivals. I know I play tested it. I forgot the name. Is it Marvel Rivals? Like, still the same concept, still the same thing time and time again. There's one being made by, like, Valve, isn't there? Like, Steam Valve? A new hero shooter? You guys know about that? Is that still in development? Is that any good? Anyone know about that? And I do like the fact that the synergies with team comps, understanding abilities, and how they, like, work together. It was leaked. Oh. Oop. So, still in development, fair enough. Yeah, so I like the genre a lot. It feels like that Overwatch just completely consumed the genre, and we haven't been lucky enough to have other ones that truly contest it. And when Overwatch first came out, it was literally like, everyone's like, it's just TF2, but with waifus. What the fuck? Back in the day. But I think it's unique with what it ended up evolving into at one point or another. And then I ended up dropping the game because I said fuck Blizzard.
So ults primarily serve to reward teamwork. This is what makes Overwatch so satisfying, because if your team works well together, you're rewarded by becoming substantially more powerful, and it's a rush. So teamwork is what makes Overwatch fun, but these super powerful team synergies also mean you have very limited freedom to play this game your own way. You really can't be effective with a solo playstyle in Overwatch because by design,
Very true.
you are far less powerful without your teammates' buffs. This gets worse when the metagame has a clearly defined optimal composition like dive. In this case, the synergies between specific characters are so strong that you are at a substantial disadvantage if you play anything else. Hey, you guys want to make a red velvet cake today? I love making red velvet. What the fuck? No! Chocolate cake is the only dessert in the meta. I'm reporting you. The second big
I'm just sitting here like, damn. Like, it feels like the more we... Because then I also think about whenever there's a league patch, or even I play a Teamfight Tactics a lot, and there's a Teamfight Tactics patch, and everyone starts going the same fucking metas and the same fucking comps because they're optimized, and you're just there thinking about your life and the decisions that brought you to this point, and you're like, I remember when I used to have fun. I used to do creativity things, and now I can't because these fuckheads, right? I remember when I could just, do crazy shit and have a good time. Meta slaves, yep. These motherfuckers are dog shit. I just want to have fun.
problem is that because teamwork is so crucial to winning, if you have just one or two bad teammates, that can ruin the entire game. Like if you were making a cake and your tank carefully adds the flour and then you perfectly add in sugar and then this dude's just eating Hans Oreos. Now the entire cake you are making is going to taste awful because that guy is refusing to actually do his part of the recipe. And since you get random teammates game to game, it's totally hit or miss of actually having a team that coordinates well and has fun. It's like you're at a restaurant where half the meals cause horrible vomiting, but the other half it's like the best steak you've ever had. But people keep eating Overwatch because god damn dude, the rush when your team pulls it all off is just incomparable. Like every chef on the team just nailed their job, and
it does feel super good.
Made Jeff Kaplan cry. In TF2, most characters.
But there's nothing worse than when your team is fucking staggered, and you're just like, okay, let's regroup. We're staggered. We're staggered. Why the fuck are you going? Okay, let's do a dry run. Okay, dry run. Why the fuck did you use your ult? Like, just increasingly more pissed off as the game goes.
To benefit their teammates in any way. Soldier and Demo and Scout, etc. don't have any core moves that benefit their teammates, and so you can run off on your own without being any fundamentally weaker. And this means your effectiveness as a player is only dictated by you, not by your teammates' behaviors. TF2 characters are candy bars. They taste great on their own. They don't need anyone else's flavors. Engineer and Medic are the two obvious exceptions here. They are very much designed to benefit teammates and help you win, but winning the game isn't really a priority in TF2. People don't really care about the objective itself. It just serves as the dedicated spot where everybody's gonna blow each other up. The game almost discourages you from trying too hard to win by frequently scrambling the teams. Or even if you and two other guys are like, hey, you want to team up and defend the objective? Yeah, that sounds fun. Hey, cut that out. Auto balance. So inevitably, the map is full of spies and pyros and snipers roaming around having whatever little adventures pop up, and 90% of the time, you'll never properly coordinate with anyone. Don't get me wrong, teamwork is still really fun in TF2, but unlike Overwatch, it's not the entirety of the game, and instead, you have this incredible freedom to play in whatever style you want. Plus, TF2 map.
Okay. Dude. Yeah, it's so okay. I mean, there's a few times where when I played, I got genuinely lost. And I was like, all right, I don't see my team around, and I'm pretty sure I'm close to the enemy spawn. I'm gonna keep blasting until I can't blast no more. Praise the Lord. And then I just kept on shooting.
Maps are usually 12v12 or more, whereas Overwatch is only 6v6. This means that every individual Overwatch player has a larger impact on their team's product, so there's more pressure for you to follow the recipe and not be a dick. There are, of course, exceptions to all of this. Teamwork in TF2 is definitely effective when it's done well, and the competitive modes like Sixes or Highlander are a great example of this, and there's definitely some Overwatch players who do find success by playing separately from their teams. But the underlying design of these games funnels players into a teamwork mentality or a solo mentality, so that 90% of the time in Overwatch, you need to stick to the recipe, and 90% of the time in TF2, you're in a Snickers dance party.
I think sorry. I think one of the cool parts too about it though is that it causes you to often queue with more people in Overwatch because you're more likely to be like, oh, I want to play with my friends because I don't know which random teammate I'm gonna get. In TF2, you can just solo queue into infinity most of the time because it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really have to worry about dealing with fuckheads because I am the fuckhead, you know? And that's kind of a sick vibe in reality. It's kind of like depends what you want out of it.
Outside of teamwork, I think the games mostly differ in how you can customize your experience. For example, customizing each character. In TF2, they treat each character like a fruit. And let's say you taste each one and then you go, man, I love apples. That's my favorite. I want to eat apples all day long. And TF2 goes, all right, well, I'm about to blow your fucking mind because we have different ways to eat apples. We got apple pie and apple sauce and baked apples and apple fritters and tons more. This is how TF2 classes work. There's only 9 classes, but each one has 3 changeable weapon slots with hundreds of possible combinations.
Woohoo!
So if I love the taste of Demo Banana, I can mix it up and swap in Scottish Resistance and now cover choke points. It's similar, but it's customized. Or now I
Demo
swap in Sword
Banana.
and Boots and I'm playing Demo Banana Night. And you're like, this is awesome. They took a food I loved.
Dude,
Demo
the fact
Banana,
he could say that so casually and so like matter of fact without there's no way. he says it so easily, like it's like the most normal thing to say in the world.
and they're giving me different ways to cook that core flavor. Whereas Overwatch is like, you guys, we have 29 different fruits and veggies to choose from. And I'm like, oh my God, there are some really genuinely unique options here, like a McCreecumber or a Reaper Simmon or a Wrecking Bell Pepper. Hey, get out of here. But Overwatch doesn't give you multiple ways to cook each fruit. You're only allowed to eat them raw. So let's say you try them all out and you go, Widow Mango is my favorite
Widow
fruit.
Mango.
I love this flavor. And you're having a great time eating Widow Mango, but you might say to Overwatch, hey, I love the flavor of Widow Mango. Could you give me some ways to customize my favorite fruit? And Overwatch says, here's a baguette. And you're like, that's cool, man, but I really like Widow Mango. Like, I would love to eat that same flavor, but in different styles. Like, a new way to enjoy the food that
How
I
dare
already
you want
like.
that?
And they're like, here's a durian. Overwatch doesn't let you customize your favorite characters. Instead, they just introduce new characters altogether. This is actually a really great thing if you're a player who wants a large variety in fundamental playstyles. But it also means you might get tired of that hero that you really, really love a lot faster than you might otherwise. Even more broadly, TF2 lets the community customize the map.
It's also kind of like you kind of get locked into this whole thing of like you have like the flex roles you have to play are very stubborn. And especially when it comes to like meta comping, because you only have 6 people on the motherfucking team. So it's like, I mean, I think like Overwatch 2 has 5, right? So it's like, it ends up pushing you into a situation. Like I remember back in like season 4 of Overwatch, we had triple tank, 2 healer, 1 support meta. That was like ass. And sometimes people would run triple healer meta. That was also terrible. It just kept evolving and like changing over time. Then we had the dive comp obsession, which was called like people called it like Super Monkey Ball, which was Tracer, Winston together. There's like so many issues that was going on when it came to like early seasons of Overwatch, and to see like where it came from, free Shavakadu. I hate that I read it as soon as I saw it. It like I don't know like where they took it now with Overwatch 2, just because I dropped Blizzard games super hard, and I don't mind like there to be meta comps, but it's also just like one of those things when you have games with only like 5 to 6 people on the team, you are so pigeonholed into those comps that it just sucks. It feels like not liberating at all because you have to kind of just like assimilate or fill the roles that need to be filled. Otherwise, your team's at a massive disadvantage. It's like, damn, motherfucker, I just want to sometimes just play a goofy ass character. And I can't do that because all these other motherfuckers are playing these goofy ass characters.
Apps that you can play. When Valve released TF2, it's like they opened a restaurant and they said, hey, we made a bunch of food and here's our menu of dishes to choose from, but the kitchen's unlocked. Feel free to make whatever else you want. So everybody ran into the kitchen and went nuts. And over time, the community has cooked all sorts of insane new dishes for the TF2 menu. Like one dude went, you guys, I packed 10 scoops of ice cream into one bowl. I call it a 10x crit server. And another guy's like, I took
That's so fucking
and pieces
fun!
of toast and created jump maps. And you're like, what the fuck? That's actually
Okay, but there was something similar done in Overwatch later on. This video must be older. Yeah, 5 years ago. There was something done in Overwatch later on, which was like not really like community fan stuff, but it was more like customs lobbies and custom servers. Like I would do like headshot only ones versus my friends and stuff. And like we would do like Anna paintball and things like that, where you like kind of made your own custom customs within it. But I don't know what happened to that later on. But this one's like a lot more versatile in the sense that the customization just like capped the fuck out. Like you can do whatever.
Actually delicious. And another dude's like, you guys, I took that sandwich and I made it really, really tall.
Yeah.
And that's like a real thing that people play. It's called Higher Tower. It's just High Tower, but the tower is really tall now.
The tower
So
is
years,
higher.
People took TF2's map editor and custom servers and created crazy new genres like jump maps, Saxton Hail mod, randomizer, tons more.
Is that
the
Goofy?
community expanded TF2's restaurant menu to have almost infinite dishes to choose from, and this has drastically increased the game's longevity and enjoyment. But when Overwatch opened their restaurant, they said, here's our menu of food, you can eat these specific things. And over time, they've added new items to the menu like 3v3 or brawls. And these dishes all taste great, but the point is that Overwatch, and only Overwatch, controls the entire menu. And as a result, it's a pretty limited menu. Like if you go in there and you try to order a 12v12 match, they will say, sorry, but 12v12 isn't on our menu. Why don't you try our 6v6? And I'm like, I have, man, and it's great, but I thought it'd be fun to make my own type of meal. And they're like,
how dare you?
Here's a durian. This isn't so much a flaw of Overwatch.
I was like, how
it's
dare
just a
you?
big
Get the fuck out of
missed
this.
Opportunity. They don't give the community tools to make unique maps and modes, and this unnecessarily limits the game's menu of options. And it's especially frustrating because Blizzard's older games did do this. Warcraft 3 is legendary because of custom maps. Blizzard made these incredible RTS ingredients.
Is Doug old? Dang.
And then said, hey, the kitchen door is unlocked. Go make whatever you want. And so some frog started a 5v5 eating contest and literally invented Dota. And another dude invented tower defense and hero arenas and a million other iconic games. Warcraft 3 made the ingredients and the community made the menu. And it sucks when you see Overwatch's ingredients, which are so creative and cool, and you just like wonder what kind of amazing meals we might be eating if Overwatch just let us play with our food.
Yep.
At this point, I play more TF2, but it just depends on how I'm feeling, right? Like if it's the end of a long day and I want to dick around.
His older brother made Stanley Parable. So this whole family is just like gifted as fuck, is what you're telling me. Because I played Stanley Parable and that game was fucking incredible. Oh my god, that explains so much. Because his brother's talented and he's super creative and talented. They're both very creative. God, imagine what it's like growing up with those two. Imagine being the mother of those two. They're like having science projects in the house, figuring out, concocting new things in the world. What are the parents? Oh yeah, outside of the box thinkers. Incredible. Doug's brother made Stanley Parable. He did a stream talking about the development of the game. Wow. What the fuck? Has he made other games besides Stanley Parable for the older brother? Hi YouTube. Yeah, we're getting distracted, but I want to know about this. I think so, not sure. Okay. Because I know I played the Stanley Parable Ultimate Deluxe Edition, but I don't know if he made other ones. Oh, mods for Half-Life 2? Okay, cool. We'll get back to the video.
Not worry about teammates, then TF2 is the perfect experience for me. But Overwatch can be fucking awesome. The characters and ultimates are super creative, and if you have a great team, the feeling of working together and accomplishing a plan is one of the best feelings in gaming. Eating a gourmet cake is always going to taste better than eating a Snickers. It just really sucks if your cake has Hanzo in it.
Yep.
Hey, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribing to my channel is like getting free Snickers sent to your house. Only the Snickers taste like a shitty video.
It's okay. I don't think your video is shitty. I love it. Yay! Oh my god. That was honestly super I was expecting, because I didn't really know what like my mod recommended me. So I thought it was gonna be like another one of the other video that we watched where it was like his chat in him and he couldn't say like words in GTA type of thing, which was really fun. But no, this was actually pretty sick because we got to have a pretty awesome comparison that just rings really true to the games and the genre type. So it's like, I don't know. It's very satisfying to have someone explain it in a way that's very nuanced. But W Mans. Also, it's cool to find out more about his origin story. The TF2 fans keep whining, but yeah, great video. Really? They got upset? Would you think about trying playing TF2 again? Yes. I would probably bring on my friend Key, and I would be willing to do a 3-video series where I play TF2. That would be something I'm willing to do on the channel. Anyways, I just refuse to play Blizzard games. By the way, if you play Blizzard games, that's totally fine. I'm not here to judge you morally. I really don't give a shit. Every company has corrupt shit going on. I personally have friends who were affected by the mistreatment at Blizzard, which is why I don't play Blizzard games. That's all. But you're more than welcome to play them. That's your own choice in life. I'm not here to be the fucking morality police. Do whatever with your time and money, okay? It's just because it affects my friends personally that I stopped. Same thing with other companies. There's a lot of corrupt companies, and most of the ones that we know are corrupt. But I still play a lot of the stuff that they put out. It's just up to you. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for your love and support always. And don't forget the like button. I'll see you next time. Bye!